Hello everyone. So this is really an unplanned session. I was going through some of my poems from a couple of years back, and there were some interesting topics which I thought I should share with you and kind of try to see if you have any ideas that you would also like to explore with me. Hi, Abhi. Um, so back in 2019, I had launched this publication in Medium. It's called Soul and Sea, and the theme around Soul and Sea is spirituality. So we would explore a lot of topics related to the journey of soul and the different paths that we can, we adopt to get to our higher selves and our higher consciousness. So there were a lot of topics we explored back then. We have wonderful long list of writers there. You can check out the publication at Medium. It's called Soul and Sea. Currently we have about 800 readers there, so it's been going well. I haven't been able to give a lot of time and energy to it, but thankfully, because of our wonderful writers, the publication has been going really well. If you are interested, if you're a writer, or even if you're just a reader who is interested in the topics of spirituality, just DM me. I will link you to the publication. If you're interested in contributing, let me know as well. I can onboard you. Again, it's called Soul and Sea at Medium. Um, so that's where all this writing was happening a couple of years back. And, one of the topics we were exploring is the balance of sacred masculine and sacred feminine. One interesting thing was happening is that whenever we would talk about sacred feminine, people would automatically perceive it to be only as a topic for women, that it's only linked or related to the energy of women. Um, and, I would always kind of contradict that, saying that the sacred masculine or sacred feminine, that's not dependent on the gender. All of us, irrespective of the gender we identify with, we have the capability to invoke the traits of both sacred feminine and sacred masculine. So with respect to that, to you know kind of present to the readers that don't constrain the sacred masculine to just men or sacred feminine to just women, I had written this poem and some text with it that I would like to share with you today. So this was actually while we were exploring the topic of celebrating sacred masculine. So I kind of like focused on the qualities of sacred masculine, which is risk taking, assertiveness, discipline, being action oriented, having confidence, having boundaries, which are all typical traits of sacred masculine. So I focused on that, on invoking those traits, and wrote a poem about that. But while I was doing that, I also focused on that this is irrespective of the gender. Now I will say this: when writing the poem or exploring the topic, I do feel that having the image of Shiva while I'm celebrating sacred masculine is easy, because I've always seen, if I think of a divine man, then I see Shiva. So I definitely used his image. But as you will hear the poem and the text, you will find that you can use a certain image of a certain gender to celebrate divine feminine or divine masculine, but let us not be constrained or restricted by that, because we can find the qualities in both men and women, right? So I will read the poem, and then I will also read the text, which will kind of give you a bit of an idea of where I was going with it, which is to celebrate the qualities of sacred masculine, realize that it is irrespective of the gender, and then eventually concluding with that everything really dissolves or becomes like just this one point of consciousness anyway, because there is no separation or segregation to begin with. So that was also something which I touched on a little bit, that at the end of it everything dissolves. The gender, the masculine versus feminine, all of that is going to dissolve and just be this one point of consciousness and existence, which is such a beautiful feeling to live with, right? That there is no separation at the end of it all. And the more you meditate, the more you kind of realize this. So that's also that was the third point which I also touched on this topic. So I will read the poem first. It's called Soham. He is I am he. Celebrating sacred masculine. Star of water bearer sits on my pillow of coral dreams, where the mystic fish sisters swim, holding my magic in their fins. Moon's bull tonight is on a sturdy ground of love. He will walk into the gardens of the twin birds, who know very well how to grow sunflowers in scorched or cold soil. The blue hermit arrives in my open-eyed visions again and again, when lioness guards his meditation of the cosmic sea that he is. Shiva meditates on himself, on the ultimate reality that he is. Shiva meditates on herself, on the ultimate reality that she is. Shiva meditates on themselves, on the ultimate reality that they are. Shiva is the ultimate reality. Shiva and sacred masculine remain genderless for me. In this meditation, I reach him through my sacred feminine and find my sacred masculine in his masculine form of unwavering strength and focus that can only originate from truth. Only when functioning in truth can we find the uncorrupted power of sacred masculine. It is easier for me to find sacred masculine focusing on the masculine form of Shiva, the most divine man who creates, sustains, and destructs worlds as needed, always securing balance and justice. It is also interesting to observe how my sacred feminine, again easier to find through focus on the most divine woman, my divine mother, facilitates the process. At one point of awareness, the lioness, the hermit, the star, the water bearer, the fishes, the bull, the birds, all the forms of consciousness dissolve into the one point of the formless. Formless, the sea that holds everything and nothing at all, where forms appear and disappear like waves for the sea to experience itself. One point of the formless, where sacred masculine and sacred feminine, Shiva and Shakti, merge, where I am he is I. Om Namah Shivaya. So that was the entire piece. When I post this video, I will give you guys the link of this entire piece as well. I just kind of I was just going through all the pieces earlier today, and I thought this will be an interesting thing to share, because I still see a lot of people, just really kind of constraining themselves, really thinking that sacred masculine is only for men and sacred feminine is only for women. That's certainly not the case. We can invoke both the qualities in us, irrespective of the gender we identify with. And also, other than that, at the end of it all, there is no separation. It is one thing. When you meditate, you can find this one point of formlessness and one point of consciousness where everything merges, where I'm Shiva, where I'm Shakti, where I'm you and you are me. So that's just like a beautiful, beautiful thought to live with. It has certainly helped me, and I'm sure it might help you guys as well. So anyway, with that, Hi Priyank, hi Abhi, thanks for joining. I will post this video as well, so for few of you who were not able to join, you can check it out. And if you have any thoughts or comments or questions, please do share when I post this video. Thanks for joining. Take care. Bye bye.